What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a new collection of episodes called Fearless Female Fridays. The world is going crazy and we have orange people in power. What is going on? Amongst all the madness going on in the world, especially with gender inequality, the world is trying to celebrate females as much as it can. And this is just making me so happy. It's a beautiful thing, it's phenomenal. Encouraging females to speak up, be stronger as a unit, you know, vocally, obviously not physically, unless you want to take it there. I just thought it'd be good to jump on board, and so enter Fearless Female Fridays. This is a new collection of episodes that embraces and celebrates females in music who have not only led such a successful music career, but have also encountered some sort of bullshit and come out of it. So the first up for Fearless Female Fridays is Brody Dalle. Brody Dalle, who is the red lippy rocking frontwoman of the Distillers. She will always have a special place in my thrash loving heart because she is her. And she's different, she's unique, and she never apologizes for it. If you don't know who the Distillers are, they're a punk band from the 2000s. They weren't chart topping, but they were definitely quite popular in the rock world, especially on the skate, punk, ska scene, I would say. But Brody did have another band before the Distillers called Sourpuss. They were all female. This was when she was a teenager. It was back in Australia where she was born and raised, and she went on to create the Distillers. She led the Distillers with full exerted force, and she led them to success with 3 albums, very iconic albums, and anthems that my teenagers comprised of. I even still have a magazine cover that I ripped off when I was younger. Right, so this is Brody from The Face. If you guys remember The Face, it was a pop culture magazine back in the 2000s. We don't have this kind of stuff anymore apart from ID and a few others. I don't buy actual physical publications anymore. As you can see, she looks ridiculously fierce. This is the reason why I ripped off the cover. She is very different to the other cover girls, you know, on the rest of the magazines, especially the music magazines. I don't think back then it was really such a thing to have someone strutting around on the front cover, just looking sexy, and she still manages to do that, but still look crazy fierce. This is from, oh well, me sideways, it's from, can you see that? 2004. That was only 1 year after my fully grown teenage sister was born. Anyways, she actually left Australia to move to LA with her then husband, who was Tim Armstrong. He is actually the lead rascal of the ska punk band Rancid. She was only 18 at the time. She literally picked up everything and moved straight to the States, which is where the Distillers actually reached their peak, and actually they just hit it big time. So after a chaotic relationship, she opted for divorce, leaving her and her bandmates and her then love at the time, who is still her love now. Yeah, it left all of them in turmoil. You know, the hashtag Team Armstrong members of this fan club, or his friends or whatever, had actually blacklisted all of them, and there were threats going towards Brody and her team's way. That was also when she started dating Josh Homme, who is Rock's favorite giant redhead frontman of Queens of the Stone Age. So I've chosen this explosively unique beaut for Fearless Female Fridays, especially the first one, because she does have a special place in my heart, but also because she went through a lot of shit for getting to where she is now. So as I told you, she was born in Australia and raised there. She was also a victim of sexual abuse, and this was the reason why she moved to the States. Not only to obviously be with her then husband Tim Armstrong, but she got a lot of money from the Australian government, was going through court cases, and when she got that money, she finally just decided to up and out of there. It didn't work out, but it was still a huge move for an 18-year-old, especially to move to a different country by herself, and she did everything in her power to make the Distillers work, which it did. One high-profile divorce later, all of that court stuff behind her, also a meth addiction. She was addicted to meth at one point. She not only reinvented herself, but she just found herself. I think from what I've seen in interviews and read, she, you know, just created a new life of Josh. They have 3 beautiful children. She's happy, she's loved up, and you know, she actually said in an interview, literally like being a mother saved her. From what I can see, she just looks crazy healthier as well. She just looks so strong, she looks so proud. Follow her on Instagram because I'm a fangirl, and she is so happy. After entering motherhood, she also launched her solo album called Diploid Love. For me, it was a huge moment because she hadn't been around in ages. You know, like for that tour, I fangirled so hard. Went to go see her live in Camden, and she was just amazing. And now there are rumors of the Distillers reforming. They are only touring in the States at the moment, which I'm really super pissed about, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they come back. Diploid Love was an album and a story of Brody's self-discovery and profoundly depicted her adventures as a new mother, all in all, a stronger woman. Although it doesn't follow the rageful, liberated punk sound of the Distillers, it bears a triumphant relief of loud power rhythms in the first half and Brody belting her lungs out to an eerie, drearier sound in the second half, which is still really entertaining to listen to and very, very creepy at the same time. So Brody, I salute you and everything you are now. Brody was an inspiration to me as a lost 15-year-old and still is to me as a slowly getting there 28-year-old. That is the first episode of the first Fearless Female Friday. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. First episode of Fearless Female. That is the first episode of First Female Friday. First Female Friday? Fearless Female Friday. It is so hard. The first up for Fearless Female Friday.